Okay, we have to keep in mind to keep above 10 DP at all times because we have taken the risk. Okay, Myrtle is our first deployed unit to start regenerating her skill. As you can see, even with Myrtle at potential 6 as well as mastery 3, she is still barely able to get the DP needed to deploy siege in time. Okay, Magellan is deployed early with her skill 3 to deal with the early waves. The second drone, Lapland is deployed to start regenerating her SP for her skill. Myrtle is still unable to use her skill as she'll be unable to block the wolves. Okay, so the reason why we have picked Magellan is because she's able to deal with this drone over here. As you can see, as we have just deployed Lapland, she does not have the DPS required to deal with this drone. So Magellan's skill 3 will help deal with this early drone wave. See over here, the drone is dead. Okay, so the deployment of the healers does matter a bit because on the double caster wave, the caster attacks 2 enemies, so the caster will attack the operator that's blocking the caster, as well as one of the healers over here. As there's a ballista that's shooting over here as well, you do not want the last deployed healer that is attacked by the caster to be tanking both the caster and the ballista at the same time. So this is why because Shining is tankier than Silence, we have picked Silence to be inside and Shining to be deployed outside later. Okay, so we have used Magellan's skill 3 now because as you can see we have 2 unit limit left and we have taken the risk where we cannot where we have a -2 deployment limit. So we are recalling the drone so that we can place down more operators. Okay, the drones are recalled. Okay, the second wave of drone is ready. You can see Silence deployed over here. Okay, Siege is retreated to put down Chen. Silver Ash is deployed over here to tank. This wave, this lane over here gets relatively fewer enemies, so Silver Ash is deployed here solo. Lapland with her skill 2 activated is able to deal with this drone. Silver Ash activating his skill 2. You can see that he's tanking the 4 shots really well. It's barely doing any damage to him. Okay, the third wave of drones nuked by Chen as Lapland skill 2 is down. You can see over here, Silver Ash is able to tank 4 shots with his skill 2 activated. Okay, so we retreat Myrtle, we put down our drone to help DPS. Lapland skill 2 is ending, so we are nuking the drone with Chen. Okay, so you have seen the mortar guy is spawning and we are letting the drone die, so we are able to deploy the drone to deal with this mortar guy. Okay, we are still within the deployment limit. Skill tree activated to deal with the mortar guy. Silence drone is deployed to deal with the incoming damage from the mortar guy, as well as force shots, as well as the enemies over here. Okay, redeploy it back over here. Lab Lens skill 2 is able to deal with the drone. Silence heal, as there's a high incoming damage from the enemies over here. We are letting the drone die again to prepare for the mortar guy on wave 60. We are waiting for more enemies to come down before we nuke the enemies over here as well as the drone. Okay, the drone is dead. We are deploying the drone over here to prepare for the mortar guy. Skill 3 will be activated. Silence drone deployed again to deal with to help with the healing. Okay, so we are preparing for the caster wave. We cannot deal with both casters at the same time, as it will be too much incoming damage. And because they are single target healers, they will have trouble healing both the operator's health as well as their own health at the same time. So we are deploying Helliger to deal with one of them. Okay, Helliger kills the casters fairly quickly. Labland is able to deal with this drone. We just let Helliger die over here. We deploy the drone facing over here to deal with the second caster that's coming down. Okay, that was pretty close. We deploy Silence Drone to heal up. Because we are dealing with high damage from this ballista as well as the caster that's coming down, we will be activating Shining Skill 3. Okay. So this will help with the healing and tankiness of our operators. We are activating Maligan Skill 3 to deal damage. So we are holding back for this drone to spawn before we nuke it with Chen. Okay, the caster and the drone is dead. Grani is deployed just for the challenge. And this would be the end. Okay, there's still one more part on Helliger. You can see blah blah blah. We kill. We kill force over here. Heal up. Yep, challenge completed. So as you can see, the caster over here is attacking Shining. So this is why we have a Shining place over here. Yep, so that's it for my strategy on H54. Risk 21 clear.